Hey guys, CJ here, and I wanted to cover something interesting in today's little lesson. So in today's lesson, I really wanted to cover keeping rock beats interesting. As you kind of come to a point where you have learned the basics of a rock beat, it can very quickly become stale and boring. And generally I find there's two ways that you can kind of move towards to keep it interesting. One, you can learn songs and find out how it's actually applicable to music. The other is when you're practicing it by yourself and you're given a sheet of beats that kind of are different variances of the same thing. The other avenue that you can pursue is then to find ways to get creative with your rock beats and do things that are different. And so many drummers have found awesome ways to keep this thing that was really basic and easy that we learned when we were first starting off in our career to now, many years later, to keeping it interesting still to this day. And this is one of those many little creative exercises that will help with that. Here is the beat that we are going to be playing today. Something simple, something easy. What we are going to do is we are going to start with quarter notes on the hi-hat. We're then going to move to eighth notes on the hi-hat. Then we're going to move to the offbeat on the hi-hat and then to 16th notes. The examples you're going to see, I start at 60 BPM, I move up to 90 BPM, and then I go to 120 BPM. What I'm showing with the speed jumps that you will see here is how it does become interesting, and all of a sudden the same beat has completely different feels just based on these four rhythms that you'll play on the hi-hat. The thing to keep in mind with any exercise, especially when you're starting it off, is to start slow. Start at 60 BPM, work your way up in 5 BPM increments, until you feel comfortable, and then move forward again. You can take this to be as fast as you want. I take this exercise to 120 BPM, and the whole idea of taking it to there is after a while I find that that becomes the speed that I have to switch from one hand to two hands when I go to 16th notes. Pick up any book that has a rock beat in it and you can apply these to it, and it does make the beats 10 times more interesting, and you can sit on a page 4 times longer. And I feel the brilliant part about this exercise is the versatility. You can go back and play any AC/DC song, or go back and play simple rock beats, and then try and challenge yourself to play the whole thing with 16th notes instead of 8th notes. Play it with quarter notes, play it with offbeat. Whatever the case is, you could then start with offbeats, go to 16th notes, go to quarter notes, and then go to 8th notes. It's really up to you guys. That's where it starts to get creative, when you're starting to jam out on your own and using this exercise. This is where it becomes really fun and interesting. So challenge yourself to it, see how you go with it, and I hope you find this lesson interesting. Swipe left to see the 3 different speeds that I do this exercise at, and get creative on your own. Have a good day, guys.